Brace yourselves because today we're counting down the top 10 Chinese pickups that are coming to shock the world. And it's not just another copycat phase. These new Chinese pickups are so advanced, so cheap, and so damn good, they're about to shock the entire world. We're talking electric beasts with 600 miles ranges, luxury interiors that make Teslas look like flip phones, and prices so low you'll start questioning your life choices. Some of these trucks will make you laugh in disbelief. Some will make you jealous. And number one, let's just say, if Ford or Toyota built that, it costs 6 figures. So grab a drink, strap in, because by the end of this video, you'll either be Googling import prices or crying into your F-150 brochure. Let's dive straight into number 10. Number 10, Maxus T90 EV. Let me hit you with this. The Maxus T90 EV claims a range that could rival many electric SUVs, all while offering serious pickup capability, and for a price that will make you question why you ever bought a gas truck. That's bold. This thing might just make your neighbor's F-150 look like a dinosaur. From the front, the T90 EV grabs attention. It has razor-sharp LED daytime running lights that slice into the hood, a sculpted bumper with integrated fog lamps, and a grille design that's mostly aesthetic because it doesn't need large cooling, but still demands attention. The body sides show crisp character lines, a dynamic shoulder crease that runs into the rear posture, and flared wheel arches, reminding me of a Ford F-150 Raptor but dialed into modern elegance. The rear is clean, with LED taillights stretched across the tailgate and integrated aerodynamic touches. It looks like someone said, let's take the best of American rugged DNA, then sharpen it with Chinese futurism. The stance is aggressive but balanced. It doesn't overplay it, yet you'd know it's built for action. Step inside, and it feels like a futuristic sanctuary. You're greeted with a sweeping digital cluster and a central touchscreen that's nearly tablet-sized. Ambient LED lighting dances along the dash, and soft touch materials mix with faux metallic trim for that upscale vibe. You'll find ventilated and heated front seats, dual zone climate, and even a panoramic roof that floods the cabin with light. The infotainment supports wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and there's voice control with a wake-up phrase, so you feel like you're in sci-fi mode. OTA updates ensure your software keeps improving. Storage is clever. Wireless charging pad, door pockets with inserts, hidden bins under the center console. It doesn't just feel like a truck, it feels like a luxury EV that happens to haul stuff. It seats 5 adults pretty comfortably. Rear legroom is decent, and the bench is supportive. The bed is solidly usable with tie-downs, bed lighting, and a tailgate that's smooth to open and close. For most families, this is enough. You get daily usability plus weekend utility in one ride. Fully electric. Expect a battery pack built for range and durability. Dual motor or single motor versions depending on trim. Torque is instant. Estimates suggest 300 to 350 miles, about 480 to 560 kilometers, in ideal conditions. Regen modes help reclaim energy on descents. It's not just about power, it's about usable, dependable electric performance. Maxus isn't cutting corners. You'll get a full suite ADAS set, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, blind spot detection, 360-degree cameras, parking sensors, and structural safety engineered for crash protection. It's built to compete on safety, not just features. Now, here's where your jaw might hit the floor. The projected starting price is around $35,000 to $40,000 US. Yes, you heard that right. For an EV pickup with this flexibility, you're getting far more than what many traditional brands offer for double that. If they bring it to your market at anything close to that, that's a steal. Number 9, GWM Shanhai Cannon Hi4-T. All right, lean in. The GWM Shanhai Cannon Hi4-T isn't just a pickup, it's a hybrid weapon. It can switch between full EV and gasoline mode on the fly, giving you the silent EV drive in the city and extended range when you hit the highway. That's versatility most US trucks can't touch. And guess what? It still hauls seriously. Your range anxiety excuse just got canceled. Visually, the Shanhai Cannon Hi4-T is muscular with finesse. The front face features bold Shanhai eyes, slashy LED daytime running lights, flanking a semi-closed grille that balances electric needs with aesthetic aggression.
Its body lines are muscular, with sweeping creases that run from the front haunch into the rear. The flared wheel arches and bold shoulder line echo the vibe of a Jeep Gladiator, but with sleeker proportions. The bed rails are purposeful. Flush-mounted rails, modular tie-downs, sleek side steps. The taillights are sharp LED arrays that stretch horizontally, giving the rear a wide stance. I see hints of a Ram Rebel mixed with modern Chinese flair. It's not trying to be shy, it's loud, confident, and polished. Step inside and the Shanhai Cannon Hi4-T doesn't disappoint. You get twin digital displays, one for driving info, one for infotainment, elegantly integrated into a flowing dashboard. Buttons and knobs are tactile, so you're not stabbing a touchscreen while driving. The seats, plush, supportive, and available in leather or premium synthetic. Heated and ventilated fronts are expected. Ambient lighting sets the mood. You'll find smart connectivity, OTA updates, smartphone mirroring, voice assistant, and sophisticated UI with energy flow visualization, so you see when the hybrid mode is kicking in. Rear passengers enjoy decent space, cup holders, and USB ports everywhere. Storage nooks, wireless charging, and clever hidden bins make this feel less like a utility truck and more like a premium crossover with a bed. This is where it gets spicy. The Hi4-T is a plug-in hybrid. It switches between electric and internal combustion. In EV mode, it drives quietly and clean. When you need more range or torque, the internal combustion engine kicks in seamlessly. Combined output is strong, torque is instant. You won't be stranded. It's the hybrid backup fallback you always wanted in a truck. It's stacked. Collision mitigation, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, blind spot monitoring, 360-degree cameras, parking sensors. GWM isn't messing around. When you're switching power modes and driving across terrain, you want top-tier safety, and this has it. And now the price. This beauty is projected to start around $40,000 to $45,000 US. Yes, you heard that right. For a hybrid pickup with such flexibility, you're getting far more than what many traditional brands offer for double that. If they bring it to your market at anything close to that, that's a steal. Up next, number 8, Foton E-Tunnland, an EV pickup that's been engineered to thrive in freezing climates. Think cold weather endurance that most EVs would freeze up on. You won't believe what they've pulled off. Stay right here, the next reveal is going to sting your jaw. Smash that subscribe button right now, and let's dig into number 8. Foton E-Tunnland. Right out the gate, the eTunland looks like someone took the proportions of a full-size pickup and slimmed down the bulk with modern lines. The length, about 5,340 millimeters, width around 1,940 millimeters, height around 1,870 millimeters. The bed has decent depth, around 440 millimeters high, and the cargo box is around 1,520 by 1,580 millimeters. The front is sharp. Slim LED light strips, aerodynamic touches, closed-off grille, typical EV design, and clean bumper styling. It's not trying to look like a farm truck, more like a premium work lifestyle beast. The stance is wide with rugged wheels, and you get the feel that this could roam both the city and the dirt without flinching. Inside the eTunland is a pleasant surprise. Seats for 5, ergonomic layout, decent legroom in the rear. Materials blend utility with comfort. Leather or leather look seating, robust trim, well-placed storage, modern infotainment system, large central touchscreen, and digital instrument cluster. Air conditioning, cooling, and heating systems, and features you expect: TPMS, electronic parking brake, auto AC, etc. The ride is built for real-world functionality. Good back support, wide cabin, large front and rear row space. You feel like you're in a serious tool, but one built for comfort too. 5 full seats, rear legroom is usable, the bed is roomy, enough for gear, camping lots, or weekend haul. Tailgate and bed dimensions are actually generous, so you get utility plus family usability in one ride. All electric motor, 130 kilowatts power, roughly 174 horsepower, torque around 330 to 350 newton meters depending on trim. Battery is about 88 kilowatt hours in many versions. Estimated range, CLTC NEDC, is often quoted around 520 kilometers, or 330 to 340 miles in best conditions. Here's the head turner. Depending on trim, the eTunland's launch price in China is around $23,500 to $29,300 for the 2WD versions of 2025 with around 405 to 520 kilometer range. That's way less than buying a luxury EV or expedition truck in the US. If this thing shows up here, value will be insane. Number 6. BYD Shark 6. Listen up, the BYD Shark 6 is not just another pickup. It's a hybrid beast that launches 0 to 100 kilometers in about 5.7 seconds, hauls 2,500 kilograms, that's over 5,500 pounds, and claims a total range of 840 kilometers, to be about 520 miles, using both its gas engine plus electric motors. A pickup with that kind of power and reach, if this thing lands in the US close to the same spec, it's going to disrupt everything. The Shark 6 is legit imposing. It's about 5,457 millimeters long, 1,971 millimeters wide, and 1,925 millimeters tall, giving it serious road presence. Its front fascia screams aggression, sharp LED headlights, a big grille with rugged styling cues, and bold hood lines. The body has muscular wheel arches, raised stance, tough off-road ready bumpers, and a bed that doesn't look half-hearted. The design cues remind me of the Ford Ranger Raptor mixed with some cyberpunked Chevy elements. It's both functional and dramatic. Color options, practical lighting, even the stance say, I can tow your trailer, haul your lumber, then go carve trails. Inside, BYD didn't just throw some leather on and call it a day. You get a massive fluting infotainment display in premium trim, a 10.25-inch digital driver cluster, and synthetic leather or premium material surfaces. Features like V2Ls, you can power gear or camping appliances, wireless phone charging pad, multiple USB-A and USB-C ports front and rear, and a solid audio system, 12 speakers in premium trims, are included. The tech feels modern. The layout balanced, not overstuffed, but powerful. The right comfort in the cabin is cushioned with independent suspension, so it doesn't beat you up off-road. Plug-in hybrid layout. 1.5-liter turbo petrol engine paired with dual electric motors, giving a combined power of about 321 kilowatts, about 430 horsepower, and 650 newton-meters of torque. The battery is a 29.58 kilowatt-hour blade battery, LFP, giving around 100 kilometers, about 62 miles, of pure electric driving under NEDC conditions. In hybrid mode with engine plus motors, range stretches out to about 840 kilometers. Acceleration is sharp, off-road capable, terrain modes mud, sand, snow, independent suspension, serious towing capacity, shockingly well-spec'd, multiple airbags, front, side, curtain, lane departure warnings, blind spot monitoring, front and rear cross-traffic alert, adaptive driver assist features, hill vaulting, hill descent control, vehicle stability control. It's built to keep you safe whether you're hauling or carving some off-road trail. And here's the kicker. In China, base versions of the Shark 6 are expected to cost between $27,000 to $35,000 USD. When you compare that with what you pay for similarly powerful pickups in the US, you'll feel a tinge of Cherie. Number 5, LDV ET60. From the outside, the ET60 looks like a classic workhorse, not too flashy, not too bulky, but quietly confident. It's about 5.36 meters long, with that perfect mid-size global pickup proportion. Up front, it's got a clean, closed grille with embossed LDV, Maxus, logo and crisp LED headlamps that sweep back into the fenders. The bumper design? Tidy, aerodynamic, and honestly looks more upscale than you'd expect from a utility brand. The side profile is solid, straight shoulder line, subtle wheel arches, 17-inch alloy wheels that balance function and form. Around back, it's simple but purposeful, LED taillights, soft drop tailgate, and a high bedline that makes it look sturdy. If the Rivian R1T is the tech bro, this one is the reliable construction guy who secretly drives an EV to save gas money. It's not loud, it's smart. Step inside and you realize LDV's mission wasn't luxury, it was efficiency with refinement. You get a clean dashboard layout, a 10.25-inch central touchscreen, and a digital driver display. The steering wheel has solid tactile controls, and materials are practical yet modern. The cabin's well insulated, keeping the ride quiet, which is something you immediately notice in an EV truck. The seats are firm but comfortable, offering lumbar support and a surprisingly high seating position. There's decent rear leg room, so 5 adults can actually sit without fighting for space. You've got dual-zone climate control, keyless entry, push-button start, and a smart connectivity suite with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Storage is solid. Cup holders, wide door bins, under armrest space, and even the rear bench folds to reveal extra compartments. Everything feels engineered for people who actually use their truck daily, not just pose for social media with it. It's a true 5-seater. It's got a payload capacity of 1,000 kilograms, 2,200 pounds, and a towing capacity of 1.5 tons, plenty for weekend adventures or small trailers. The bed is wide, durable and lined, ready for construction gear or camping stuff. It's a pickup that does work in school runs without looking out of place anywhere. Here's where it gets interesting. The ET60 packs an 88.5 kilowatt-hour battery, driving the rear wheels via a 150 kilowatt motor, 201 horsepower, producing 310 newton meters of torque, 229 pound-feet. That means smooth acceleration, quiet cruising, and instant torque for overtakes. It's not built to drag race Teslas, it's built to work all day and still get home with charge left, and that's exactly what most truck owners need. LDV didn't skimp on safety either. You get 6 airbags, autonomous emergency braking, lane departure warning, rear cross traffic alert, stability control, and even a 360-degree camera system on higher trims. It's earned solid crash test scores overseas, and the battery safety meets European standards. Now, here's the part that'll make American buyers jealous. The LDV ET60 starts at around $30,000 to $35,000 USD. Think about that, a fully electric pickup, global ready, cheaper than a base Ford Lightning. The value per mile is insane. And now, we're stepping into wild territory. Number 4, the Changan Hunter REEV, a truck that uses a range extender to crush charging anxiety. It's smart, powerful, and ready to embarrass even gas-powered rivals on range. Don't blink, and make sure you're subscribed. This one is going to change your idea of what an EV pickup can be.
Number 4, Changan Hunter REEV, the range anxiety killer. This next one isn't just another electric pickup. This is the Changan Hunter REEV, and it's about to end your range anxiety forever. See, while most EV trucks panic when the battery dips below 20%, this beast just laughs, because hidden under that sleek body is a generator-powered range extender that keeps the juice flowing even when the battery runs dry. In total, you're looking at a mind-blowing 1,000 kilometers, over 620 miles of range. Tesla Cybertruck can go sit down for this one. Let's start with the looks, because this thing means business. The Changan Hunter REEV looks like a blend of American muscle and Chinese precision. Up front, you've got this bold, high-set grille with the Changan logo floating in the center, flanked by T-shaped LED headlights that look like they're staring you down. The bumper is sculpted and aggressive, giving serious off-road vibes, and the skid plate underneath screams, "Don't mess with me." The side profile is long and wide, 5.6 meters in length, with black plastic cladding, huge wheel arches, and rugged step bars. The door handles are chunkier than most SUVs, and those 19-inch alloys fill the arches perfectly. Overall, it's a truck that looks both tough and techy, like a Ford Ranger that studied abroad in Shanghai and came back with an engineering degree. Now hop inside and things get even better. The Hunter REEV's interior feels like it belongs in a luxury SUV, not a pickup. You're greeted with a dual-screen setup, a massive 14.6-inch central touchscreen floating above the dash paired with a fully digital 10.25-inch instrument cluster. Everything from climate to drive modes is controlled via sleek, responsive menus. And the design language? Minimalistic, high-tech, and bold. There's wireless charging, ambient lighting, and even a rotary drive selector that looks straight out of a sci-fi film. The seats, wrapped in high-quality leather with contrast stitching and ventilated and heated functions for both front passengers. Rear passengers get their own air vents, USB-C ports, and reclining seats, rare in this segment. And because of its EV architecture, the cabin is eerily silent even at highway speeds. You hear the tires and nothing else. Now here's where the Hunter REEV flips the game board. Under the hood, you've got a 1.5-liter turbo engine, but it doesn't drive the wheels. It's a range extender, purely generating power for the 31.18 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The real magic happens when the electric motors, producing a combined 320 kilowatts, 429 horsepower, and 650 newton meters of torque, kick in.
That's enough to launch this massive truck from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 7.8 seconds. But the headline stat? A composite range of 1,031 kilometers, 640 miles under CLTC testing. That's nearly double the range of most electric trucks sold in the West. And you can run over 150 kilometers, 93 miles on pure electric power before the engine generator starts sipping fuel to recharge the battery. No plug? No problem, just fill the tank and keep driving. It's the best of both worlds, EV smoothness, ICE convenience. This isn't a soft road poser either. The Hunter REEV is a body-on-frame pickup with 4WD capability, multiple terrain modes, and a towing capacity north of 2.5 tons. Ground clearance is solid at around 220 millimeters, and water weighting capability hits 500 millimeters, perfect for floods, rivers, or just flexing in a parking lot. Payload capacity? Nearly 1,000 kilograms, or 2,200 pounds. So yeah, this thing can work and travel across country without breaking a sweat. And here's where jaws drop. The Hunter REEV starts at around $24,800 US. That's right, a 600-mile truck for less than half the price of a Ford Lightning or Rivian. Imagine walking into a dealership and hearing that. You'd sign the papers before they finish saying range extender. Number 3. JAC Hunter EV. Let's start with the looks, because this thing means business. The JAC Hunter EV takes the traditional, tough pickup shape and adds a modern, electric attitude. Up front, you've got this huge closed grille, EV style, with a massive chrome JAC logo that makes sure everyone on the road knows this isn't some budget truck. The C-shaped LED headlights give it a strong, menacing face. Down below, a rugged silver skid plate sets off the front bumper, and those chunky wheel arches housing 18-inch all-terrain tires make it look built for adventure, not just city runs. From the side, there's a clean, geometric design with muscular haunches and black cladding that continues around the wheel wells. It's the perfect mix of rugged and refined. Step inside and you immediately realize this isn't some stripped-down work truck. The cabin feels premium, like something you'd find in a mid-range SUV. The dashboard is wide, horizontal, and covered in soft touch materials. Front and center, you've got a 12.3-inch touchscreen with a slick, high-res interface and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Yeah, even in a Chinese pickup. Behind the steering wheel, you've got a fully digital instrument cluster, showing you range, torque flow, and power usage in a clean, futuristic layout. And the steering wheel itself? Flat bottom, leather-wrapped, with physical controls that click satisfyingly. No cheap plastic here. Seats are wrapped in synthetic leather, with heating, ventilation, and electric adjustment for the front passengers. You also get dual-zone climate control, ambient lighting, and even a panoramic sunroof. Yeah, a sunroof in a pickup. Storage space is solid too. Big door bins, deep center console, and plenty of USB ports scattered around. Everything inside screams daily driver, not fleet truck. It's more comfortable than most mid-sized SUVs, and honestly, I can see this being someone's family car and workhorse. Now, here's where the JAC Hunter EV flexes hard. It's powered by a 150 kilowatt, 200 horsepower electric motor that delivers a massive 340 newton meters, 250 pound-feet of instant torque. No turbos, no lag, no gears, just press the pedal and go. It's enough to launch this 2.3-ton truck from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 7.5 seconds. Not supercar fast, but lightning quick for something with a bed in the back. The battery is a 77.6 kilowatt-hour LFP pack, giving it a range of 500 plus kilometers, around 310 miles, under CLTC testing. And thanks to JAC's fast charging system, you can recharge from 30% to 80% in just 25 minutes using a 100 kilowatt DC charger. There's also vehicle-to-load support, so you can plug in tools, camping gear, or even charge another EV. Yeah, imagine your truck charging someone else's Tesla at a campsite. It's a proper truck too, measuring 5.6 meters long with a 3.4 meter wheelbase. That means a massive bed capable of hauling up to 1,000 kilograms, 2,200 pounds, and towing 3,000 kilograms, 6,600 pounds. You've got a reinforced frame, full-time 4WD system, and selectable drive modes for snow, mud, and sand. Basically, if it's on Earth, the Hunter EV can drive on it. JAC didn't cut corners here either. You get ADAS Level 2 driver assistance with adaptive cruise, automatic braking, blind spot detection, 360 cameras, and even off-road stability assist. Add in traction control, hill descent, and lane departure warning, and you're looking at one of the safest EV pickups ever made in China. Now, here's the real jaw-dropper. The JAC Hunter EV starts at around $27,000 US. Let that sink in. A full-size electric pickup with 300 miles of range for less than the price of a base Ford Maverick. If this lands in the US tomorrow, Ford and Rivian better start sweating bullets. Number 2. Maxus Eternus 9. Alright, now it's time to get serious, because the Maxus Eternus 9 isn't just a truck, it's a rolling statement. We're talking about an electric monster with 1,000 Newton-meters of torque, a massive dual-motor AWD setup, and enough presence to make the Tesla Cybertruck look like a kid's science project. And get this, it's got a cabin so luxurious you'll think you're sitting inside a Bentley SUV, not a pickup. This isn't just a truck, it's Maxus showing the world exactly what China can do when they stop playing catch-up and start leading the game. Let's start with the looks, and honestly, truck doesn't even do it justice. The Eternus 9 looks like something a billionaire off-roader would drive. It's enormous, nearly 5.9 meters long and over 2 meters wide, putting it right in the same class as a GMC Hummer EV or a Ford F-250 Super Duty. But here's the twist, it's actually sleeker. Up front, you get this full-width LED light bar that glows like a sci-fi ship taking off. The closed front grille has pixelated textures that subtly light up, and there's a bold Maxus badge across the front that lights up too, because why not? Down below, there's a massive silver skid plate that screams capability, and those muscular shoulders and squared wheel arches give it that armored truck stance. From the side, the Eternus 9 has strong horizontal lines that make it look like it's always in motion, even when parked. Subtle? Not even a little. This thing was built to turn heads everywhere.
Alright, step inside and prepare to have your expectations shattered. The interior of the Eternus 9 is so premium, you'd forget it's a pickup. You're greeted by 3 massive screens that wrap around the dashboard, a 15.6-inch infotainment display, a digital cluster, and a passenger-side touchscreen just for entertainment. It's like a high-tech spaceship with brushed aluminum trims, ambient lighting running through the doors and dashboard, and soft-touch materials everywhere. The center console looks like a luxury yacht's control deck, floating design, wireless charging pads, drive selector dial, and even an electronic fridge between the seats. The seats are ventilated, heated, massaging, and upholstered in Napa leather with quilted patterns. Rear passengers, they get their own climate zone, power outlets, reclining seats, and even fold-down tables. Yes, tables in a pickup. This isn't a workhorse cabin, this is a rolling first-class lounge. And the sound system? A 14-speaker Infinity audio system tuned for immersive 3D surround. When you play your favorite track, it feels like the whole cabin turns into a concert hall on wheels. Now, let's talk about what's hiding underneath all that luxury, and this is where the Eternus 9 goes nuclear. It's powered by dual electric motors, one on each axle, pushing out a combined 365 kilowatts, 490 horsepower, and a mountain-moving 1,000 Newton meters of torque. That's more torque than a V8 diesel, and it's instant. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour? Just 5.5 seconds. In a truck this size, that's ridiculous. It's backed by a 120 kilowatt-hour battery pack using CATL's advanced LFP chemistry, safe, durable, and long-lasting. Range? Up to 500 kilometers, 310 miles on a full charge. And the 800-volt fast-charging system means you can go from 30% to 80% in 20 minutes. Just enough time to grab a coffee and scroll through TikTok while your truck recharges. There's also a smart energy management system that automatically switches between drive modes, eco, comfort, sport, and off-road, optimizing performance and range based on terrain. And yes, it's got vehicle-to-load and vehicle-to-vehicle charging, so you can power tools, appliances, or even jumpstart another EV in the middle of nowhere. Despite all that luxury, the Eternus 9 doesn't forget its roots. It's built on a body-on-frame platform with adaptive air suspension that adjusts ride height automatically. Off-road angles are impressive too, 30-degree approach, 26-degree departure, and a 500mm wading depth. Payload? Around 1,000 kilograms or 2,200 pounds. Towing? 3.5 tons flat. This isn't just a show truck, it's the real deal.
You could drive it through the desert or show up to a red carpet event in it, and it'd look equally at home in both. And of course, it's loaded with safety. You've got L2.5 autonomous driving, including adaptive cruise, automatic emergency braking, lane centering, and even smart parking assist that lets the truck park itself. There's 360-degree camera coverage, transparent chassis view, blind spot detection, and a driver monitoring system that uses facial recognition to prevent fatigue. Now, take a guess at how much something like this costs. Because if you were thinking $90,000 or $100,000, you're in for a shock. The Maxus e-tron 9 is priced at around $48,000 US. Yep. For less than the price of a base Rivian R1T, you're getting a truck that looks better, charges faster, and feels like a Range Rover inside. At that point, it's not competition, it's domination. But now it's time, because the #1 spot belongs to a truck that's already making waves across the globe. It's affordable, stylish, and smart, a truck that blends EV brains with pickup brawn. This is the Geely Radar RD6. The one that's about to redefine what a truck means forever. And trust me, once you see it, you'll start wondering why the US doesn't have this yet. So, hit that subscribe button and comment your favorite pickup so far. The one truck that's been keeping Ford, Rivian, and even Tesla execs awake at night. Because the Geely Radar RD6 isn't just an affordable EV pickup, it's the one that could actually make Americans jealous. We're talking over 600 kilometers, 370 miles of range, a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time under 6 seconds, and a starting price so low, you could literally buy 2 of these for the cost of 1 Ford Lightning. And here's the kicker. It's designed by the same guy who worked on the Volvo XC40 Recharge. Yeah, that explains the clean looks, right? At first glance, the Radar 6 looks like the pickup version of a concept car that accidentally made it to production, and I mean that as a compliment. Up front, it's got this sleek, closed-off EV grille with a continuous LED light bar that stretches end to end, giving it this futuristic minimalist vibe. The bumper's sculpted clean, the lines are tight, and there's zero chrome clutter. Instead, Geely went for smooth surfacing, aerodynamic mirrors, and flush door handles that pop out only when needed, just like a Tesla Model Y. The proportions are near perfect for a mid-size pickup, 5.3 meters long and 1.9 meters wide, about the same footprint as a Ford Ranger, but it looks way more modern. The side profile is calm and composed with slightly raised fenders and a black contrast roof that gives it a floating effect. Around back, the tailgate design is super clean. A single red LED strip runs across with radar spelled in block letters that glow at night. No clutter, no fake vents, just pure design discipline. It's the kind of truck you could pull up to a camping site or a coffee shop in, and everyone would stop and ask, wait, what is that? Step inside the Radar 6 and suddenly you're in what feels like a Scandinavian living room. No joke. This is one of the cleanest interiors I've seen in a pickup. You're greeted by a 12.3-inch central infotainment display, a digital cluster, and a minimalist dash wrapped in soft materials with subtle stitching. The steering wheel has just the right amount of buttons, no overwhelming clutter like in American trucks. And because this is a Geely product, you can feel that Volvo DNA everywhere, from the air vents to the tactile knobs to the floating center console. There's a full panoramic roof that floods the cabin with light, and the seats are wrapped in soft, eco-friendly leather that's perforated and ventilated. Tech-wise, it's stacked. You've got voice control, OTA updates, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, V2L power output. Yep, it can charge another car or even run a coffee maker at your campsite. And driver assist AI that adjusts climate and audio based on your driving mood. Rear passengers get 2 USB-C ports, their own vents, and more space than you'd expect from a mid-sized truck. Storage is incredible too. Under the bed, you've got multiple hidden compartments for tools or chargers, and under the hood, a full frunk, large enough to hold a week's worth of groceries. It's practical, techy, and actually usable every day, not just on the weekend. Now, let's talk about performance, because this truck isn't just a pretty face. The Radar 6 comes in both rear-wheel drive and dual-motor all-wheel drive variants. The top-spec version packs 400 Newton-meters of torque, 295 pound-feet of torque, and rockets from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 6 seconds. That's faster than most mid-sized sedans, and yes, that's while being fully electric. The battery pack options range from 63 kilowatt hours to 100 kilowatt hours using CATL's advanced LFP cells, giving you anywhere between 400 and 632 kilometers, 250 to 390 miles of range depending on configuration. Charging speed? It supports 120 kilowatt DC fast charging, so you can go from 30% to 80% in just over 20 minutes. And thanks to Geely's smart battery management system, it barely loses efficiency even in cold weather, something even Tesla still struggles with. Here's the kicker. The Radar 6 isn't built on a modified ICE frame. It's on Geely's SEA, a sustainable experience architecture, a dedicated EV platform that allows for perfect weight distribution, massive interior space, and ultra-smooth ride comfort. Translation? This thing drives more like a luxury crossover than a pickup. You know what's even crazier? This truck was actually designed for families in mind. It's got 5 seats, a wide cabin, and one of the largest beds in its class, 1,200 liters, 42 cubic feet. But it doesn't stop there. The Radar 6's vehicle-to-load system can power your house for up to 3 days during an outage. And for adventures, there's a waterproof bed outlet, perfect for camping, tailgating, or even welding equipment. It also has a payload capacity of 850 kilograms, 1,870 pounds, and towing capability up to 2,500 kilograms, 5,500 pounds, easily enough for a medium boat or trailer. Basically, this truck's ready for work and play. Safety-wise, Geely didn't cut corners either. The Radar 6 comes with L2.5 driver assistance, including adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, blind spot detection, and 360-degree camera coverage. It's built using high-strength steel and aluminum with reinforced crash zones designed for EV safety compliance. There's even driver monitoring system, automatic parking, and smart over-the-air safety updates that keep it evolving over time. This isn't just another cheap truck. It's proof that the Chinese EV industry has matured. They figured out how to make something desirable and affordable at the same time. All right, brace yourself for this. The Radar 6 starts at around $24,500 US. Yes, you heard that right. 24 grand for a 370-mile electric pickup that can power your house. That's less than the price of a Toyota Corolla. At this point, it feels like daylight robbery. Ford, Rivian, and Chevy are out here asking $70K plus for base EV trucks, and Geely's like, hold my green tea.